Mr. Ibrahim Magu is in the eye of the storm. For 5 days running, he's been with the presidential panel investigating him over allegations of corruption and some other matters. How do you react to this development?
Thank you very much, and welcome, Nigerians. I am not surprised. In fact, I am only surprised that Nigerians are surprised at the current happenings. I've been warning again and again at different fora, even some to which Magu himself invited me as far back as May 2017 at the EFCC Training Center in Cairo, Abuja, that they were not fighting corruption the way corruption should be fought. That the fight against corruption was selective, that it was more corrupt to fight corruption with corruption, that nepotism, prebendalism, cronyism, sectionalism, favoritism were worse forms of corruption than the mere giving and taking of bribe. I told him to his face that they should change their attitude. Just Google Ozekome, Magu, corruption, EFCC. I told them that there were allegations that were rife in the public domain that recovered loot were being relooted by some cronies of EFCC and EFCC officials. I told him to his face. I wrote, that was on June 9, 2017, this encounter. Then I wrote to the vice president in the same June. He was then the acting president when Mr. President was indisposed. I was in London, telling Mr. Acting President, please, sir, these are so far the recovered loot, properties, monies. Where are these monies? Where are these properties? Are they covered by BVN, by TSA? Monies recovered from canals, allegedly, from cemeteries, from shopping malls, from airports, from private houses, from warehouses, from private accounts. I said, sir, where are these monies? Are they being used? If so, for what? By whom? How? How much? I asked these questions. I didn't get a reply from Mr. Acting President. I wrote a reminder. I didn't get. I continued to say, even another encounter with Mr. Magu in December 2017 at the Federal High Court, Abuja, when during the valedictory service for Justice Ibrahim Auta, who was then retiring as Chief Judge of Federal High Court, I challenged him openly. I said, put some people in government, in your own government, in the dock.
But as it is, Senior Advocate, if I may cut in here, this same issue is what the presidential panel is trying to unravel in this screening process. You have talked about operations in the EFCC, and you have talked about ensuring that institutions are rather built than individuals. Going forward, how do you think the EFCC can be better positioned to dispense its responsibility, which is ensuring that the corruption does not thrive in the country?
Yeah, EFCC has to be totally overhauled and restructured. As it is now, it was nothing, and it has been nothing, that an instrument of vendetta to settle scores with critics of government, with dissenters, with rights activists, with opposition. They have been embracing corruption within government cycles with cologne, sweet smelling Sasarobia perfume, while fighting alleged corruption against these people I have mentioned with herbicides, with pesticides, with insecticides. EFCC has to be totally revamped, regenerated, restructured, so that it will really be the anti-corruption agency it is meant to be. We should learn to build strong institutions, not strong men and strong women. Because like we say in the common palace, soldiers go, soldiers come, but barracks remain. That was why I continued to tell them, even when some people, some apologists, some emergency constitutional lawyers, and rights activists, they were saying that Magu could continue to act forever under Section 171 of the Constitution that allows president to appear to appoint personal. I said no. Under Section 2, Subsection 3 of the EFCC Establishment Act 2004, once the Senate has rejected the appointment of a chairman, then it ceases to be chairman. In the USA, the president will even withdraw that name with an apology to the Senate. But in Nigeria, they spat on the face of the Senate, the 8th National Assembly. They said, oh, you cannot do anything. This man can act forever in perpetuity because he was fighting corruption in a country of 200 million people. I said, your mantra, your motto is no one is above the law. Why are you people making this man and EFCC to be above the law?
All right,
so
as it is, well, if I may cut in here, please. While all of this lasted, while the Senate rejected his nomination by the president, there were constitutional lawyers who stood up to say that he could continue to act in capacity as chairman of the EFCC despite his rejection by the National Assembly.
It was, hello, my dear, it was wrong, and wrong. Under Section 2, Subsection 3 of the EFCC Establishment Act 2004, the chairman of EFCC can only be in office upon approval by the Senate. 2 times Magu was rejected. He wasn't just rejected because of sentiments. The Senate based it on report by the secret agency of the same government, the DSSS, that said there were serious corruption allegations against Magu and that he suffered integrity test. They said he fell short of the integrity test. Those were the words of the DSS. Yet people said, oh, he could act forever. Let me tell you, even if legally Magu was qualified to still act, the fact that his integrity itself was being punctured was enough in the interest of Nigeria and the fight against corruption to withdraw his name. Okay, now he's not acting in the last 5-6 days. Has Nigeria suddenly collapsed? Has Nigeria gone down the drain because of that? It was people who were supporting him. It was people who knew what they had to gain from the system.
All right, as it is now, the director of operations in the EFCC has been told to steer the operations of the EFCC while all of this lasts. As a senior advocate of Nigeria and someone who at different times has stood up for people, defending people, how do you see this matter play out? Already now, Mr. Magu has been suspended by the president.
What I will say is that I don't believe in public trial. It's one grounds I had against the FCC and Magu. You don't try people in the public domain. Magu must be given his full rights of decency, of respect for human dignity as a Nigerian, as the SY anti-corruption czar. He must be accorded that respect. I don't agree that people should gloat over his present misfortune. I don't approve that he should be detained perpetually as he was doing to other people. He will secure a detention order by magistrate court for 2 weeks. They will renew it. I have many clients. Some of them reported voluntarily. Yet, a person like former governor of Ekiti State, Ayodele Fajoshe, I took him physically to EFCC. He even had a vest, a T-shirt, EFCC, I am here. A man who had reported by himself, we gave you his passport. Why are you detaining him for the next 1 month? So they were enjoying it. They were gloating over people's misfortune.
And as it is now, Mr. Magu has written to the Inspector General of Police asking to be released on self-recognition. We'll see how this matter plays out. Senior Advocate of Nigeria, Mike Ozekome, thank you for talking to us.